Hello there.
Good morning. How are you today?
Can't complain. And if I did, who'd listen?
Oh, there's plenty of ladies round here who'd hang on your every word.
Oh, I can't be doing with any of that. I'm a happily married man.
Happily married? Isn't that an oxymoron these days?
Well, it might be if I knew what it meant.
I'm only joking. Now, anyone who orders this amount of roses, in my experience, well, that's a whole lot of guilt or a whole lot of love.
It's our wedding anniversary. 60 years. A red rose for everyone.
Oh, what's your secret?
Love, my dear, it's quite simple. With good old-fashioned sex. And plenty of it.
If I were a few years older, I'd have a go at you myself.
I'm afraid we've met 60 years too late.
Now, be sure to give Marion my love.
Yes, I will.
And have you got anything nice planned?
It's going to be a very special day for us.
You deserve it.
Bless you.
What's a 9-letter word for anguish?
Marriage.
No, it can't be. There's no F in it.
Right.
And you? Back off your second honeymoon as well?
It wasn't a second honeymoon, it was just a cruise.
It certainly put a spring in your step. Anyway, marriage is only 8 letters.
It might only be 8 letters, but it's a whole sentence for me. I think the word you're looking for is suffering. Much the same thing, anyway.
Who's suffering?
I am.
Well, maybe I can help. I'm qualified, you know. Any symptoms? Marriage. No known cure, I'm afraid.
Best put me out of my misery, then.
Come on, 11 years is a mere bagatelle. I'm seeing the Hennessy's later.
Oh, how are they doing?
They're going to be over the moon. I've secured places for both of them at Leatherbridge House.
I bet Gerald was pleased.
Well, I haven't told him yet. I'm seeing them today on a house call. Thought it'd make a nice surprise. Today is their 60th wedding anniversary.
60 years?
Doesn't bear thinking about.
I think it's lovely. What do you reckon you two will be doing on your 60th wedding anniversary, then another Caribbean cruise or in the Seychelles Islands or Bali?
I'll be on the golf course.
Of course you will, darling. I'll have had you buried under the 18th tee.
It's only me.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Susan. Oh, is it Susan?
Saw Maureen earlier. She sent her love. Oh, Mildred was on the bus. She could hardly get down off the step, if you take her word for it. Well, there's always something with Mildred. She wouldn't be happy if she didn't have something to complain of. Mind you, she moves fast enough into the bookies when she wants. 68 going on 92, if you ask me.
So, did you have a good holiday?
Yeah, fantastic. You'd think you'd get bored stuck on a boat all day, wouldn't you? It's amazing what you can find to pass the time.
Oh, yeah. Jo said you and Kate had got a bit frisky since she got back.
Did she? I'll have to have a word with her.
That's her job, isn't it? Keeping an eye on people, spreading gossip.
Yeah, well, maybe she's right. That trip was just what we needed. You heard anything from Manushka?
Oh, no. I tried to track her down in London. A friend said she'd moved to Islington, but there was no sign of her. Still, I don't suppose we had too many ties. You going to replace her?
Well, not for a while now. Kate's been on me for ages to cut back on the wages bills. Might be a good way of getting back into her good books.
Look, what are you so pleased about, mate?
Nothing.
You're such a bad liar.
Look, just between you and me, Kate and I have decided to try for a baby.
That's great. Well done. Oh, and listen, if you have any problems, you know, you need a prescription for some Viagra or something, just come and see me.
Well, now, how's my best girl, huh? I've got everything set up. Lovely flowers from Maureen as usual. You know, she reckons we've been keeping her in business. She wants us to go on for another 60. No. Hasn't seemed that long, has it, eh? Just a long spring walk through life. Just you and me. That's how it's always been, eh? I know, sweetheart. The way it's always going to be, huh? I know. Now, come on. Let's get you bathed and dressed. Into your best frock, glass of champagne, and then a last waltz.
No, but I'm seeing them later on today. OK, I'll call you from their house. We can take it from there, eh? Yeah, excellent. Thanks a lot. Bye.
All fixed up?
Yeah, finally.
About time.
Well, Gerald's a fighter, isn't he? Well, they both are. And it's a good home. They can stay together.
Wonder what we'll be doing at their age.
Ooh.
There you go, my darling. You always were the prettiest of them all, weren't you, eh? Sweetest smile, brightest eyes. But you always kept your dance card just for me, didn't you? And I never wanted to dance with any other girl. Not once. Here we go, my darling. Now then. Oops, a daisy. There now.
Zach, can you take this and sign it?
What is it?
It's a card.
All right.
Oh, and get some flowers while you're about it, too.
It's OK, OK. What did your last slave die of?
Insolence.
Send them my love as well.
Yep.
I don't suppose you're going past the shops on your travels, are you?
Could be.
Any chance of a lift?
Yeah, OK.
Thank you. Just get my coat.
Happy anniversary, my darling. Oops, there we go. Well, it's been a bit of an adventure all along the way, hasn't it, eh? I know we've had some disappointments. We've never had kids, for one thing, but, well, some people need them for a marriage, but we've never complained. It's just the way things worked out, eh? And we've had each other. That's more than lots. It's more than most. I'm going to light the fire.
I'm just going to get some sweets.
Maybe it's because I love you too much.
What are you doing with them?
Flowers. Kate said get flowers for the Hennessy's.
Yeah, not dead ones. They're sad specimens that last about 2 minutes. Look at the state of them.
Look all right to me.
Then,
What do you suggest, then?
I suggest you go to a proper flower shop and get a proper bunch. Come on.
Isn't this a lovely day to be caught in the rain? You were going on your way, now you've got to remain.
Now that's much better.
Yeah, so they should be. Listen, thanks for hanging around. One more ticket and Kate will kill me.
No probs. I'll see you back at the surgery.
Yeah, OK, bye. Hello? Oh, hello. Yes, I got the flowers. Yeah, very expensive they were, too. What? Yes, of course I signed it. Yeah, OK, I'll see you later. Yeah, bye. Gerald!
What the hell's going on?
Please, alone. Just go, please. We're okay.
Gerald, will you please come outside?
Look, she's unconscious and he's having problems breathing. Yeah, as quick as you can. Cheers.
Let her go. Please.
I can't do that, John. Look, just try and relax and breathe evenly, yeah?
She's suffered. She's suffered enough. Please, Dr. McGuire.
Don't try and talk, Gerald. Just try and breathe evenly.
Okay, well, we'll see you when we see you. We'll send them my love.
What is it?
It's the Hennessy's. They're in intensive care.
What's happened?
Mac found them unconscious. The fire was on, but the ventilation was blocked.
Was it the gas?
No, love, it was the carbon monoxide. I mean, normally fires just give off a little bit of the stuff and it goes up the flue, but if a flue's blocked or if a room's badly ventilated, it's lethal, Joe.
How is she?
We tried everything. I'm sorry.
I'm sure you did your best. Right. I'll let Mr. Hennessy know. They did everything they could. I'm sorry.
She's at peace now. But we were supposed to go together.
What?
It's too late now. It's ruined.
You mean it was deliberate?
We got married 60 years ago today. Seems fitting, doesn't it? Don't be sad.
Actually, I think it was just down there. They probably had this plan for a long time. Their wedding anniversary. This wasn't a sudden thing.
I wish I'd got there earlier.
What are you going to tell the police? They'll need a statement from you.
What I know.
Did he admit to anything?
He said she'd suffered enough. He knew about the fire. I warned him often enough. He was nobody's fool. He knew what he was doing. All the doors were blocked with draft excluders.
It's not for you to draw that conclusion. That's for the police.
Well, they want a statement. If I tell them what I know, what I suspect, they'll arrest him.
Well, don't say anything. It's their job to see if there's a case to prove, not yours.
And if it comes to court, I can't be seen to have lied. Aiding and abetting a suicide, a murder, accessory after the fact, I'd be struck off. I could end up in prison.
Why don't you talk to Caroline? Well, she is a police surgeon after all. Well, maybe she'll be able to help.
No. I don't want to compromise her.
Is that the only reason?
It's down to me to sort this out.
Taking pride is a virtue. Being proud is a vice. Go and talk to Caroline.
Hypothetically, I've got this friend, right? And he knows this couple in their 80s. The wife is incapacitated. They plan a suicide pact. They try to gas themselves. The wife dies. The man survives. My friend wants to know what line the police are likely to take.
Well, was his wife incapable of action?
Yep.
Even if it was a suicide pact, a mutual agreement, he'd still be charged with murder. If it was his action alone that caused her death. Unless it was an accident. Is there any evidence to prove the contrary? Any physical or forensic indication?
Such as?
Deliberate blocking of the ventilation outlet. Signs of suffocation, anything that would show up on a post-mortem. Mac, do you want my advice?
Yes.
Your friend needs to be very careful, especially if he's associated in a professional capacity, like a doctor. The consequences can be serious. It's basic medical training, isn't it?
Hmm?
Don't get personally involved. That was the police. A neighbour reported the disturbance. They need to speak to you.
Okay.
Well, what are you going to tell them?
Well, I know.
Which is what exactly?
The truth.
But they'll lock him up. He shouldn't go to prison.
Well, maybe that's the best place for him.
What are you talking about?
He'll be looked after. Somebody will keep an eye on him.
He can't. He's 82 years old.
He tried to kill himself. If he goes home, what's to stop him doing it again?
Would he?
Marrying was his whole life. Yeah, I think he would.
Yeah.
Gerald, you're going to be okay. A sore throat and a bit of a headache, that's all.
I see.
Gerald, you and Marion, you used to talk, didn't you?
About everything.
But after her last stroke, she couldn't really talk.
Oh. She could talk to me, Dr. Maguire.
Huh. Did you ever make any decisions without her?
Not one.
And you're going to be strong now? Going to be okay on your own?
Strong enough to do what's right.
And not do anything stupid?
In Greenland, and the Inuits, we used to call the Eskimos, when they got too old to be useful and they were a hindrance to the tribe, they used to be left behind to die on the ice as the tribe moved on. It wasn't cruel in their terms. Gave them dignity, gave meaning and choice to the end of their lives. Do they?
You okay?
I'll be fine in a second. Just this throat.
I'll get you some more water.
So, what do you think he'll do?
The right thing, I suppose. Whatever that is.
Yeah, well, not even the police want to see people suffer unnecessarily, as long as Mac tells the truth.
He feels so responsible.
But he can't live other people's lives for them, can he?
Mr. Hennessy, my name's D.C. Penny. I'll need to talk to you about what happened today.
Yes, they told me. I've been expecting you.
I'll take a formal statement later, but at this stage I just want to talk to you so I can understand what happened and decide on what steps need to be taken.
It was our wedding anniversary today.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No, don't be. Things happen for a reason. We always believe that.
Well, my job here is to see what those reasons are. I know you're very upset, but we do need to talk. And at this stage, that's all we're doing, talking. But if you want someone to be in here with you, that can be arranged.
No. I don't need anybody. We loved each other. That was us. That was our life. We never regretted anything that we did together. Ever.
Do us a coffee, Joe?
What do you think will happen to Gerald?
Nothing. If the police think it was an accident.
Yeah, and what if they don't?
Well, they'll charge him with murder.
They wouldn't.
Well, why not? Who's to say Mrs. Hennessy was going along with it?
That's a horrible thing to say, Rana.
Well, it's a possibility, that's all I'm saying.
You're not don't.
That couple were devoted to each other.
Exactly. What's the longest you've ever been out with anyone then, Rana?
Oh, I don't know. I stayed for lunch once.
Oh, pig.
The police were here just now. They want to talk to you. Thank you.
What did you tell them?
The truth.
Did they charge you?
No, not yet. Do you think they will?
Well, what did you say?
I just told them that I loved my wife.
And that's all?
Isn't it enough? Did I do the right thing?
Just tell me why.
Do you remember the first time that you realized that you were in love with your wife?
I think she told me I loved her before I knew myself.
Do you remember how you felt when you looked at her and you saw in her eyes that she loved you back?
Yes, yes I do.
As if your whole body was smiling.
Yeah.
With me and Marion, it was like that every day of our lives. We never changed. And when the time came, we wanted to go together. She was suffering. You know that. And if she'd gone into a home, you know it would only have been for her to die there. And we knew that, too. We made our decision together.
Why have you taken your wedding ring off?
I let her down today. We should have gone together. I left it too late. I let her go on her own. I want you to keep hold of that for me. Put it back when I'm gone, when I keep my promise and we're together again.
I need to know something.
I can't say any more. It's between me and Marion.
If they let you go home, are you going to do anything foolish?
Like what?
You know what I mean. Today you tried to kill yourself. Are you going to try and do it again?
I tell you, I have a promise to keep.
If I tell them what I know, they could put you in prison. To keep an eye on you, keep you safe.
I don't want you to do that, please. Please don't.
Look, I don't want to do it, Gerald. You've got to help me here.
I can't. I made a promise to Marion.
And you kept it for 60 years. Think of her. Think of what she would have wanted.
I am thinking of her.
No. You're thinking of yourself. You're thinking of taking the easy way out.
Don't say that.
Gerald, I believe you helped Marion at the end because you thought you had the strength to do what you felt was right. Well, now you've got to be strong for yourself. Hmm?
Dr. Maguire?
Yes?
I need to have a word with you.
Right.
Outside.
Uh-huh. Think about what I said. And put that ring back in your finger. Let her see how much you love her.
I understand that you were the doctor who discovered Gerald and Marion Hennessy this afternoon.
Yes, that's right.
I'll need your formal statement, as you know.
Of course.
But I'm wondering whether to take this matter any further. I mean, I've spoken to Mr. Hennessy. He said very little.
Well, his wife has died. He survived.
Is there anything else?
He's tired, upset, confused.
I understand Mrs. Hennessy was very ill.
She'd had a series of strokes. It was unlikely she'd survive another one.
So her life expectancy was?
Weeks? Well, months at the very outside.
I need to know whether what you saw this afternoon was anything other than an accident.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm asking you? We're not here to make a judgment. I mean, you know the implications as well as I do. If a crime has been committed, then maybe he needs help. Maybe he needs protecting from himself.
They were cold. The draft excluders were in place. Room wasn't properly ventilated. It's not the first time this sort of thing has happened, and it won't be the last.
Did it look like he had deliberately blocked the air coming into the room?
At that age, you feel the cold, and you want to keep out the draft.
Well, it doesn't seem like I need to take this any further, does it? Unless you have anything to add.
No, I don't think I do.
That's all I need to know.
Thanks.
Truth and justice. Not always simple terms, are they?
I'll see you soon, my darling, I promise. As soon as I can. I don't know when, but I'll be thinking of you every day till then. We've had a long, long walk together, my sweet. A wonderful long walk. Thank you. Now, off you go home to your wife. And tell her that you love her.